A mother and her boyfriend behind bars tonight after cops found her kids abandoned in an apartment with their own brother's skeleton. A warning now, some of these details are very disturbing. The sheriff in Houston says the boyfriend murdered the woman's 8-year-old son. That murder about a year ago. He says the boy died from blunt force trauma. The mom in court today heard charges injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence. Court documents indicate two of the woman's other sons watched as her boyfriend beat to death the other one. One of the boys said he saw his brother's eyes stop blinking. Then the documents show the mother and boyfriend left the 8-year-old boy's body there to rot. The other 3 sons continued to live in those gruesome conditions, according to the sheriff.
For many agency veterans, it was the most disturbing scene they worked in their entire law enforcement career. It seemed too horrific to be real. It's hard to even explain to you that feeling.
On Sunday, the oldest brother called for help. Investigators say that 15-year-old told them his brother had been dead in the room next to his for a year and that their parents had not lived there for months. They think he waited so long out of what the sheriff called absolute fear. Here's CNBC's Perry Russum.
Roaches and flies and just things. It was very bad condition for anyone, especially children, to live in.
The Harris County Sheriff says the apartment had no beds, no blankets. A child's skeleton was in one of the rooms.
The skeletal remains were found in plain view, if you will. They weren't concealed in any way.
Investigators say they found 3 boys inside, ages 15, 10, and 7, living in absolute fear. They were malnourished and thin. One will need surgery on his jaw.
At least 2 may be on the autistic spectrum.
Neighbors say they knew they could smell something.
And I was like, oh, something smells bad.
My thing is, where's the parents? And why would you leave your children?
Deputies say the mother, Gloria Williams, and her boyfriend, Brian Coulter, were living in another apartment miles away. Williams would have food delivered to her sons, noodles, chips, and soda. She was in front of a judge today.
The defendant admitted that she knew he was deceased in November of 2020, but did not notify law enforcement at the time of his death because the co-defendant had told her not to.
Detectives are calling Coulter a classic child abuser.
Those children will be very vital and key witnesses in the prosecution of Mr. Coulter.
Investigators say, to be clear, both the mother and the boyfriend were abusers. Him for the physical abuse, then her for doing nothing about it. Right now, the kids are in state custody. Shep, they've been out of school for more than a year.
Perry Russum, thank you.